Well, I did want to get into it a little bit. You haven't seen the IMAX footage, right?
No, I wasn't able to make it. It was storming, and I just didn't feel safe.
Wait a minute. You let a storm keep you from seeing this movie that you've been waiting for your entire life?
Yeah, but I wouldn't have seen the movie. I would have seen 16 minutes of a movie.
Well, yeah,
but
still. But
if it weren't storming, I mean, I would have driven the hour to get there. But it was, 5 o'clock traffic really on the interstate. Yeah.
You have issues with driving. I mean, you really have to have perfect conditions, don't you? I mean, you wanted a car to work to come see me. I mean.
Yeah, when it comes to driving, I need perfect conditions, like a working vehicle.
And now you need it to be clear out and not storming. You can go see your Avatar footage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just saw the trailer too, then?
Yeah, and the trailer was a disappointment.
Ah, okay. Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Are we getting? Where are we getting?
I don't know. We're getting to that closer to you saying I'm right.
No, you know what it is. It is striking if you put clips from Delgo next to Avatar. No, I'm dead serious. The conception of the different scenes and the planets, it's almost identical.
I hadn't thought of that one,
but you can find it online. They have side-by-side frame comparisons. The only difference is that Delgo was made by God knows who, one of the biggest bombs ever, and Avatar's made by James Cameron. So.
Well, yes, true.
Yeah.
But it was a disappointment to you then.
The trailer was, but I didn't expect to orgasm out of my eyes when I saw a trailer.
Well, okay, but if you say you were disappointed, though, what about it disappointed you the most? There were blue people. That's what upset you, wasn't it?
No, I don't see what the big deal about the blue people are.
What? You don't agree with me about that? I mean, when have blue people ever really brought people into the box office?
You're right. They really should have tested that before they went with that decision.
I'm telling you, that's going to be important.
What was the last high-grossing blue people movie?
I mean, that's got to be something that people are going to look at and say, here. I mean, one of the things doesn't it still looks so animated though? I mean, doesn't
right?
it?
Well,
I expected it to look really more real based on what I anticipated with the visual effects. I just thought this was going to look so much more realistic. I mean, I don't know. There's something.
I don't know that you can make an alien in a foreign planet look realistic.
Well,
what is realistic?
This movie's supposed to revolutionize movies. I mean,
if you look at something you've never seen before, like say a vagina, you're probably not going to think it's realistic.
That's not true. What kind of parallel is that? That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll talk about the bet more in depth, but I just wanted your immediate reaction to.
And if the vagina is blue, I mean, especially.
Well, hey, yeah, I know. I mean, that's a different thing entirely.
Blue Vagina. That's my favorite nightclub, by the way.
Yeah, oh, yes, the Blue Vagina. It's right next to the Gold Derby. You've never heard of GoldDerby.com? I mean, do you watch that trailer and you say, "Wow, that's Academy Award Best Picture right there"?
No, I don't. I didn't do that when I saw the Departed trailer either.
Now, do you come on, the Departed trailer compared to the Avatar trailer didn't have blue people. Nicholas, did you see the Avatar trailer?
Yes, I did.
Now, what did you think?
I'm underwhelmed by it. I expected to see the future of film. This is not the future of film.
Well, you don't know it because you haven't seen it on film yet.
But no, Jamey, I agree with your assessment. It really is a $270 million Smurf movie. You're absolutely
right.
Smurf movie.
That wasn't sarcasm at all. I don't understand you people. I don't understand how the man's never made a bad movie in his life. The worst movie he's ever made is True Lies, and that's still a great movie. And all of a sudden, he's going to make this piece of shit. I don't. There's no relevance to what you're saying. See, I don't have a problem with the blue people. I don't know why you're stuck on the blue people.
You don't look at that and you don't laugh at all?
No.
I mean, when Sam Worthington turns into the character and he makes that kind of silly face, it makes me laugh my ass off. And he's sitting there with these big, ugly feet. I mean, couldn't you have made him just a little bit different looking?
Why?
I think that look, I think you're short-selling with the look of those characters, how that's going to affect the performance of this film.
I don't think it's any more silly than being on an imaginary planet and flying on dragons and shit like that. I don't get it.
Well, think of Battlefield Earth. Think if they had looked a little different.
It still wouldn't have worked. The problem with Battlefield Earth wasn't that the aliens looked fucking ridiculous.
Well, it was part of the problem. Don't you think?
No.
It's a 2-hour and 10-minute.
You will accept anything if you're emotionally invested in a movie.
Well, yes, and that's the only thing that we still have really yet. See, that's the one thing I couldn't get out of this trailer, except for the one kiss, towards the end of the trailer. I really couldn't sense the power of this story. I saw like a geek, film of, this guy becoming this avatar and having this fun adventure. That's what I saw.
Yeah, that's not what the movie is.
Well, I know, that's what they're saying, but I think if they're going to start this marketing soon, they better get another trailer up here soon that really tries to sell this love story aspect.
Well, possibly.
You're not going to get.
I think they're trying to get at this stage they're trying to get the fanboys excited about it, and not the other.
But I don't even know if they're doing that successfully.
I think they have. If you read the posts of the people that hated the trailer on all the message boards, like Ain't It Cool News has like 4,000 comments. They all like, okay, I'm converted. Most of them have that opinion. I don't care what the Gold Derby says.
I can't believe you didn't even know what the Gold Derby was, you bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gold Derby rocks.
How out of the loop am I? I know the LA Times has the gold envelope or whatever, their Oscar section.
Yes. Well, you are out of touch there. I mean, you should have known what Gold Derby is. But, I mean, don't you think, James Cameron worked on this for 14 years. If he's going to come up with he really should have come up with a good trailer. I don't. No, I don't.
This
is our first opportunity
I think he didn't work 14 years to come up with a good trailer. I think he worked 14 years to come up with a good movie.
But if he's working this hard on a film that cost, what, $250 million or whatever it is?
300.
Almost $300 million. I mean, you've got to present something that's going to bring people in, and not just the geek boys.
Yeah,
and I don't see this Avatar trailer even coming close to that.
Right.
I don't know. That's where I kept sensing that the box office prospects for this are going to be a little limited, just because I don't think they're selling enough of. This is not Titanic.
Right.
I mean, this is not something that the teenage girls are going to think is the cool movie.
If you remember, Titanic wasn't even Titanic until people saw it.
Well,
so
I understand that. But
wait fucking 4 months, okay?
You're talking about something that everyone of every age and what made Titanic so successful?
And you're also talking about a movie 4 months before it came out that people said would be a disaster. So wait 4 months, and then see if Avatar proves to be like Titanic or not.
He is a great director. I just don't put him up in the same leagues as a Spielberg, Scorsese. I just don't think he belongs up there. Only reason I say that is because he is. Well, okay, yeah. The only thing that bothers me about James Cameron is he's so focused on the technology, and I just think this is the one that's going to come to bite him in the ass. I think this is the one where he's.
I don't think he is. I think his career proves that yes, he's an innovator with technology, but never at the sacrifice of story.
Well, so far he hasn't, but I think this is the one.
So far, his entire fucking 25-year career. It's not like the guy's made one movie.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying that I think this is going to be the misstep. Everything is pointing in that direction here. I think he's picked a subject matter here that's just. Spending the kind of money he did on Titanic, it looked like a risk at the time, but it was a hell of a lot safer risk than this. The fact that you're going to have people interested in the story of the Titanic is a lot more probable than people being interested in a guy who turns into a blue person and goes on and has some adventures in a forest.
Turns into a blue person. You and the fucking blue people thing, God.
I'm telling you, that's going to be a big thing. I'm telling you.
Do you turn into a Nazi whenever you see the Blue Man Group on TV or something?
I have nothing. In fact, blue's one of my favorite colors. But it's just the way. Maybe it's the shade of blue that they picked for these characters. I don't know.
Oh dear God.
I'm telling you that I just have a feeling about this, man. And you know of my cinema credentials here, so
I think Titanic was riskier.
Are you serious? How can you say that?
I think it was riskier because at the time, no movie cost that much to make. At the time, it was delayed. People thought it was going to tank. They were having all these problems shooting it, and it's a movie where everyone in the world that you're talking about knows how it ends.
Right. But
how do you get people into a movie when they know the ending already? Yeah,
but it's a story that everyone knows, and I mean, the marketing for that was brilliant. I mean, when you saw that trailer, you wanted to see that film. I don't know anybody that didn't want to see that film after seeing that 4-minute trailer.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the way, because you could see the entire story. You could see that this was going to be a love story. And the visual effects were on full display there. You could see that, wow. I mean, you're really going to see the Titanic like we've never seen it before. I just think it's riskier because you don't have a literary project, that this is based on. It's not a true story. It's science fiction. I mean, you've got to.
And he's proven his track record with that amount of money. So that's why I don't think Avatar.
Yeah, but he's always had something else. He's had Schwarzenegger. He's had something that you could point to that says, okay, this one has a pretty good shot.
Yeah, and he had Leo in that one, and we knew Leo from Gilbert Grape. It wasn't like people were racing out to see Leonardo DiCaprio movies or Kate Winslet movies.
Well, yeah, but they were somewhat known. I mean, how many people know who Sam Worthington is?
I guess
from Hair Salvation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And we know how well that movie did.
Shit.
But if you put a picture of Sam Worthington up in front of about 20 average people and ask them, okay, who the hell is this? They're going to be like, I have no idea.
Well, that's because in Titanic, the star of the movie was the boat, not the stars.
Right.
And
Avatar,
what's the star of this
movie? Blue people.
The movie is the star of the movie.
Yeah, okay, but your average moviegoer, they don't give a shit. They want a good experience. They want a good story.
Right.
And they see this preview and it's got these blue people hopping around. They're going to be like, wow, that really looks fucking exciting.
I just can't believe these words are coming out of your mouth. I mean, it's like you've been taken over by somebody that has no perception of movies at all.
That's precisely why they're coming out of my mouth. Because I have a great perception of movies.
Whatever.
That I sensed early on.
Right.
The day of my vindication is going to come when the first review comes out for Avatar and says, James Cameron has laid a turd. That was my the first thing I said to you when this all starts was, I think this is going to be a turd. So that will be my day of vindication.
Really, the first reviews have come out, and they've said anything but that.